they become potential attack surfaces. Security must be embedded deeply. Encryption, authentication, redundancy. A hacked traffic signal is not a glitch. It is a safety hazard. Infrastructure cybersecurity becomes public safety. Rural areas and the digital divide. Smart infrastructure tends to appear first in cities. Rural regions risk lagging. Yet rural roads carry immense freight volume. Bridging this gap requires policy commitment. Equity becomes an engineering question. Maintenance workers become system operators. Road crews increasingly use tablets. They view sensor dashboards. They respond to predictive alerts. Their role shifts from manual repair to system stewardship. The road learns patterns. Over time, infrastructure systems learn daily traffic rhythms, seasonal shifts, event-driven surges. They adjust preemptively. Rush hour becomes anticipated. Snowstorm response becomes staged. Infrastructure develops memory. When infrastructure feels alive. People sometimes describe a city as feeling alive. With intelligent infrastructure, this becomes literal. The city senses itself. The roads sense themselves. Not consciousness, but continuous feedback. The truck inside the system. In this world, the truck is not a lone actor. It is a node. It exchanges data constantly. It benefits from collective knowledge. It contributes its own experience. Every mile driven enriches the system. The deep pattern. Zoom out. Vehicles become smarter. Infrastructure becomes smarter. Drivers become more strategic. The entire transportation organism gains cognition. Not centralized. Distributed. The quiet outcome. Less congestion. Fewer accidents. Lower emissions. Smoother travel. Not through a single miracle invention, but through thousands of small intelligent layers. Closing reflection. We once built roads to be strong. We are now building roads to be aware. Strength remains important, but awareness multiplies strength. In the coming decades, when a truck glides through a corridor of green lights, avoids a hidden ice patch, bypasses a way station, charges quietly while moving, and arrives on time, it will not feel like magic. It will feel normal. And that is the ultimate sign that infrastructure has become intelligent. The human factor in an automated world, redefining skills, roles, and identity. As trucks, roads, and entire transportation corridors gain intelligence, the natural question arises, what happens to the humans? After all, if vehicles talk to roads, signals negotiate traffic flows, and predictive systems prevent breakdowns, where do we drivers, dispatchers, planners fit into this new ecosystem? Part 10 explores the human side of automation in logistics and transport. It dives into psychology, sociology, economics, and philosophy, balancing practical insights with a reflective tone. If Part 9 asked how does the road think, Part 10 asks, how do humans thrive when the road already knows the answer? The illusion of obsolescence. Automation often triggers fear. For truck drivers, logistics planners, and even warehouse workers, headlines scream, robots will replace humans. Yet this narrative is misleading. History offers lessons. When the locomotive replaced horse-drawn carriages, new roles emerged: station operators, track engineers, telegraph operators. When digital logistics replaced paper manifests, humans didn't vanish, they shifted focus to analytics, planning, and exception handling. When autopilot transformed aviation, pilots were not removed but became supervisors of increasingly automated systems. The core principle: automation changes jobs, it rarely eliminates purpose entirely. Humans as supervisors of intelligent systems. Even the most advanced smart truck, capable of autonomous navigation, cannot operate in isolation. Humans provide contextual judgment. A bridge may report minor structural strain, but a human engineer interprets historical data, regional weather, and safety margins. Ethical decision-making. In rare emergency scenarios, humans weigh trade-offs between safety, delivery priority, and collateral impact. Problem-solving creativity. Unexpected breakdowns, cyber attacks, or unusual freight scenarios often require adaptive thinking that AI cannot yet emulate. Thus, the human becomes a system orchestrator, not just a driver or operator. Redefining the driver's role. The traditional image of a truck driver, hands on the wheel, eyes on the road, shifts dramatically. One from manual operation to monitoring. The driver supervises automated navigation, intervening only when the system flags anomalies. 2. Data interpretation. Drivers review predictive maintenance dashboards, adjusting schedules before issues escalate. 3. Digital communication hub. Drivers liaise with infrastructure systems, fleet management software, and delivery coordination platforms simultaneously. This evolution requires new skills. Digital literacy. Systems thinking. Decision-making under uncertainty. Continuous learning. The road may think, but humans still guide its intelligence. Cognitive load, a hidden challenge. Intelligence in vehicles and infrastructure can paradoxically increase mental demands. Imagine a driver overseeing a fleet of semi-autonomous trucks. Alerts ping for approaching hazards. Traffic signals dynamically change speed recommendations. Sensors flag weather, structural anomalies, or lane restrictions. Predictive algorithms suggest reroutes. While automation reduces physical strain, it raises cognitive load. Designing interfaces that simplify rather than overwhelm becomes essential. Collaboration between human and machine. The most successful systems are hybrid intelligence networks. Humans provide creativity, judgment, and ethics. Machines provide speed, pattern recognition, and memory. This partnership is not static, it evolves as each side learns from the other. Example, in predictive maintenance. Sensors detect a vibration anomaly in a truck's drivetrain. AI calculates likely failure timelines. Human engineer decides whether to reroute, schedule repairs, or perform an inspection. Neither party alone achieves optimal results. Together, they outperform either. Training in the age of intelligent infrastructure. Traditional vocational training focuses on manual skills. Steering, maneuvering, cargo handling. The modern curriculum expands to include cybersecurity awareness, understanding how infrastructure communicates and how to spot anomalies. Data analytics, reading dashboards, interpreting predictive alerts. Human-machine interface design, giving feedback to developers on usability. Ethical frameworks, making decisions with societal impact in mind. This is not just education, it is a mindset shift. The emotional dimension of automation. Automation can induce feelings of loss of control. Humans instinctively resist ceding decision-making authority. Alienation, operating by exception can feel less engaging than hands-on work. Empowerment, conversely, humans may feel empowered when freed from repetitive or dangerous tasks. The key lies in meaningful engagement. Humans perform best when automation handles the mundane, leaving humans to handle the exceptional, the strategic, and the moral. Decision-making under ethical constraints. Autonomous trucks may encounter scenarios that require ethical judgment. Two possible detours exist. One is faster but passes through a school zone during dismissal. A minor mechanical fault might be ignored if a delivery deadline is strict. Humans must translate societal values into operational decisions, embedding ethics into workflows. This is the frontier where technology alone cannot replace human reasoning. The dispatcher's new landscape. Fleet dispatchers evolved from logistical coordinators to network managers of intelligent nodes. They monitor AI-recommended routing, negotiate priorities between conflicting systems, optimize schedules based on real-time infrastructure feedback. Dispatchers need strategic awareness as much as technical skill. They are the conductors in a symphony of moving intelligence. Human-computer teaming, lessons from cognitive science. Research in human-computer interaction suggests several principles. 1. Transparency, systems must explain their reasoning clearly. 2. Predictability, humans should anticipate system behavior. 3. Control, humans retain authority to override automation. 4. Feedback, systems communicate successes and failures. Applying these principles to truck fleets, smart infrastructure, and urban traffic networks ensures trust and efficacy. Workforce implications and social dynamics. Automation in logistics does not occur in isolation. Shifts in labor demand, fewer manual drivers, more systems analysts and cyber operators. Geographic impact: rural areas may see slower adoption, creating regional skill gaps. Organizational culture: companies must embrace continuous learning and adaptability. The human factor is not a static role, it is a dynamic identity challenge. Cognitive augmentation: humans are not just supervising, they are augmented. AR, augmented reality, headsets display sensor data directly in the driver's line of sight. Predictive algorithms highlight potential hazards before they are visible. Fleet management: AI suggests decisions, but humans make the final call. We are moving from human in the loop to human enhanced by the loop. Psychological adaptation: humans adapt to automated systems with varying speed. Novices may overtrust automation, leading to complacency. Experienced operators may undertrust, resisting assistance. Optimal performance emerges from balanced calibration, trusting automation when appropriate, intervening when necessary. Training, real-world experience, and interface design all influence this calibration. Human-centric infrastructure design: intelligent infrastructure should reflect human cognitive patterns. Alerts must match attentional capacity. Data visualization should simplify complexity, not add to it. Communication channels must be intuitive and actionable. Humans remain the ultimate arbiters of safety and efficiency. Identity and meaning in a networked world: as infrastructure becomes intelligent, humans may feel their agency diminished. Yet, paradoxically, their strategic influence increases. Consider: humans now decide how a system behaves across thousands of miles, not just at the wheel. Humans set priorities for logistics, safety, and sustainability at a systemic level. Humans contribute judgment, creativity, and ethics, qualities impossible to automate fully. Identity shifts from operator of a vehicle to guardian of a system. The ethical imperative: automation magnifies human responsibility. Every choice influences multiple stakeholders: cargo owners, drivers, urban residents, the environment. Humans must ensure systems operate safely, equitably, and sustainably. As intelligence migrates into infrastructure and vehicles, humans remain the moral compass. Technology amplifies reach and impact but not wisdom. Human skills that cannot be automated. Even in the most automated system, humans retain unique advantages. 1. Complex problem solving, adapting in unforeseen scenarios. 2. Ethical reasoning, balancing competing human and societal interests. 3. Creativity and innovation, designing new processes, strategies, and solutions. 4. Empathy, understanding human needs, conditions, and limitations. Automation handles repetitive, dangerous, or data-intensive tasks. Humans handle meaning and judgment. Lifelong learning as survival strategy. In the automated era, learning never ends. Systems evolve. Infrastructure becomes smarter. Standards change. Humans must continuously update skills. Data literacy, systems thinking, interface interpretation, ethical reasoning. Lifelong learning becomes a core professional identity, not an optional pursuit. The philosophy of coexistence. Part 9 explored distributed intelligence in trucks and roads. Part 10 emphasizes distributed responsibility in humans. Machines think locally, humans think systemically. Machines optimize speed, humans optimize priorities and ethics. Machines detect patterns, humans interpret significance. The coexistence of human and machine intelligence forms a hybrid ecosystem, greater than the sum of its parts. A vision of the future. Imagine a world where autonomous trucks navigate dynamic urban corridors, yet humans orchestrate flow across continents. Roads sense stress, weather, and traffic, while humans interpret the data for societal benefit. Dispatchers balance efficiency, safety, and environmental impact in real time. Drivers focus on rare exceptions, decision-making, and creativity rather than hours behind a wheel. In this world, humans are less physically burdened but more cognitively and morally engaged. Closing reflection. The transition to intelligent transportation does not diminish humans, it redefines their role. We are moving from manual laborers to orchestrators, from operators to strategists, from reactive responders to proactive guardians. The challenge is profound. Develop new skills. Adapt psychologically to automation. Embrace ethical responsibility at scale. The reward is equally profound. Safer roads. Efficient logistics. Reduced environmental impact. Elevated human purpose. The road may think. The truck may act. But the human still guides the mind of the system. In the hybrid ecosystem of the future, intelligence and judgment are inseparable. Machines think. Roads act. Drivers adapt. Dispatchers strategize. And the human remains central, not replaced, but transformed. Beyond efficiency, the ethics, economics, and environmental dimensions of intelligent transport. As we step deeper into the era of intelligent vehicles and infrastructure, we arrive at a crossroads that goes beyond mechanics, algorithms, and human adaptation. Part 11 asks the hard questions. What does it mean for society when roads, trucks, and cities are sentient in their own operational ways? How do we reconcile speed, efficiency, and profit with ethics, human well-being, and the planet itself? In Part 10, we explored the human factor, the new roles, the cognitive shifts, and the ethical responsibilities of humans in a networked transport ecosystem. In Part 11, we expand our lens to the macro implications, how automation interacts with economic systems, environmental imperatives, and societal ethics. We do so in a style that marries intelligence with narrative thinking, like a philosopher while listening like a storyteller. The illusion of pure efficiency. Efficiency is seductive. Automated logistics promises faster deliveries, lower operational costs, reduced human error, predictable traffic patterns. But efficiency is not value neutral. Every optimization prioritizes some outcomes over others. Speed may conflict with safety margins. Cost reductions can impact labor communities. Route optimization may degrade local environments. Efficiency without context is ethically blind. Intelligent systems can maximize throughput, but humans must ask, throughput for whom, at what cost, and by what ethical standard? The moral weight of decisions. Autonomous vehicles and smart infrastructure face situations where every choice carries consequences. Consider a distribution network optimized for speed and minimal fuel consumption. Routes through residential neighborhoods reduce miles but increase noise pollution. Rerouting to avoid congestion may shift traffic onto fragile rural roads. Automated load balancing may favor profitable cargo over essential goods. Humans must embed ethical reasoning into these algorithms. Machines can calculate the fastest route, but they cannot calculate the right one. Here, the human role expands beyond oversight into moral stewardship. Economics in the age of intelligent transportation. Automation transforms logistics economics on multiple scales. 1. Labor markets. Displacement and transformation, repetitive driving and manual routing decline, but opportunities in system supervision, data analysis, and AI maintenance rise. Skill premium, operators with hybrid skills combining logistics, analytics, and ethical judgment become highly valued. Inequality risk, uneven access to retraining can widen wage gaps and regional disparities. 2. Supply chain optimization. Predictive logistics reduces downtime and inventory costs. Dynamic rerouting mitigates bottlenecks and improves customer service. AI can simulate disruptions, from weather events to political instability, allowing proactive adjustments. The economic ripple effect is profound: faster goods, lower costs, more resilient networks, but also greater systemic complexity. Environmental considerations, roads that think green. Automation and intelligent infrastructure can align with sustainability goals, but only if designed consciously. Dynamic speed regulation, smart roads can minimize fuel consumption and emissions. Eco-routing, algorithms can choose paths that reduce environmental impact even if slightly longer. Energy-aware logistics, electric autonomous trucks can be charged during off-peak hours to balance grid load. Yet, efficiency alone doesn't guarantee sustainability. Human oversight ensures that profit motives do not overshadow planetary limits. Societal impacts and equity. The benefits of intelligent transport are often unequally distributed. Wealthy urban areas may see smoother traffic and faster deliveries, while rural regions lag behind. Freight optimization may prioritize high-margin goods over essentials in underserved communities. Digital infrastructure may favor those with access to connectivity, leaving vulnerable populations marginalized. Ethics here is not abstract, it is spatial and social. Transportation systems shape cities, economies, and access to opportunity. The ethics of algorithmic decision-making. Algorithms are not inherently ethical. They reflect the values embedded by their creators and the data they are trained on. Pitfalls include bias in routing, prioritizing certain neighborhoods for speed or safety over others. Profit-driven decision-making, algorithms favoring high-value shipments over emergency supplies. Opaque logic, stakeholders cannot always see or challenge automated decisions. Humans must design transparent, accountable systems. Otherwise, intelligent infrastructure risks perpetuating inequity at machine speed. Safety as a moral and economic imperative. Safety is a tangible intersection of ethics and economics. Accidents carry human, legal, and financial costs. Predictive analytics can prevent failures, but humans must interpret anomalies. Insurance models must evolve to account for machine-assisted decision-making. Here, efficiency and ethics converge. Saving lives aligns with both moral duty and economic sense, a rare alignment in complex systems. Human oversight, governance and policy. Automation raises questions about governance. Who regulates autonomous fleets? Municipal authorities, national governments, or private platforms? How are liability and responsibility assigned in collisions or infrastructure failures? What standards govern ethical routing, labor conditions, and environmental impact? Policymakers must balance innovation with precaution. Regulations should ensure humans retain agency, even in a system optimized for autonomy. Transparency and trust. Intelligent systems succeed only when humans trust them. Explainable AI. Algorithms must clarify why a route, schedule, or decision was chosen. Predictable behavior. Operators need consistent and interpretable outcomes. Feedback loops. Humans must be able to correct errors and communicate with designers. Trust is not optional, it is the foundation of adoption. Global supply chains and networked responsibility. Intelligent transport doesn't exist in isolation. Its impact reverberates globally. Real-time optimization can shift environmental burdens to different countries. Labor displacement may have transnational effects. Ethical standards differ across regions, creating potential conflicts. Humans become nodes of responsibility, ensuring that optimization in one locale does not create harm elsewhere. Resilience versus efficiency. A purely efficiency-driven network is brittle. One disruption, a cyber attack, extreme weather, or mechanical failure can cascade. Over-optimization reduces redundancy, increasing vulnerability. Human strategists must balance efficiency with resilience, designing systems that can adapt under stress. Sometimes, slowing down intentionally is smarter than speeding up blindly. The philosophical dimension. Beyond economics and ethics, intelligent transport prompts deeper reflection. What does it mean to cede control to systems we've built? How do we preserve human dignity and agency in a world of algorithmic decision-making? Can efficiency be aligned with human flourishing, or are they inherently at odds? These are not just operational questions, they are questions of purpose and meaning. Human flourishing in a machine-orchestrated world. Flourishing requires more than efficiency. Cognitive engagement. Humans must exercise judgment, creativity, and ethical reasoning. Community impact. Systems should enhance quality of life, not merely reduce delivery times. Sustainability. Human purpose includes stewardship of the environment. In short, human flourishing must be the guiding metric, not just operational efficiency. Adaptive ethics in logistics. Ethical frameworks in intelligent transportation are evolving. Principle-based ethics, safety, fairness, transparency, sustainability. Context-sensitive decision-making. Algorithms suggest, humans weigh societal impact. Iterative reflection. Constant review ensures ethical alignment as systems evolve. Ethics becomes a living process, intertwined with logistics and technology. Reimagining urban spaces. Intelligent transport reshapes cities. Reduced congestion enables reclaiming space for parks, pedestrians, and cyclists. Predictive routing reduces noise and air pollution in residential areas. Automated logistics hubs can coexist with vibrant communities if designed consciously. Here, transportation is not merely a service, it is a force shaping human habitats. Environmental justice. Automation can inadvertently exacerbate inequality in exposure to environmental risks. Low-income neighborhoods may receive less optimized routing, facing higher traffic and pollution. Industrial corridors may shift emissions to marginalized areas. Human oversight must prioritize equitable environmental outcomes, not just system efficiency. The role of leadership. Organizations deploying intelligent transport need leaders who understand technical possibilities and societal impact. Integrate ethics into strategic decision-making. Communicate transparently with stakeholders. Foster continuous learning among employees. Leadership becomes a moral and cognitive responsibility, shaping outcomes beyond profit margins. Measuring success beyond KPIs. Traditional metrics, speed, cost, throughput, are insufficient. New metrics might include safety incidents prevented, environmental impact mitigated, worker well-being and skill development, community satisfaction and quality of life. Success is holistic. Optimization is no longer purely mechanical, it is ethical, social, and ecological. The future of value. In an automated world, value shifts. Human judgment, creativity, ethics, and strategic foresight. Systemic insight, understanding the interplay of machines, humans, and society. Collective benefit, delivering outcomes that advance both efficiency and human flourishing. profit alone becomes a partial measure. True value integrates multiple dimensions. Concluding reflection. The era of intelligent transportation is not only a technological revolution, it is a social, ethical, and ecological transformation. Machines can calculate speed, detect hazards, and optimize loads. Roads can think, and trucks can navigate themselves. But humans remain the arbiters of morality, justice, and purpose. Ethical responsibility cannot be outsourced to algorithms. Efficiency without equity is hollow. Progress without sustainability is short-lived. As we step forward, the question is not whether machines will think for us, but whether we can think with machines for a better world. The intelligent network is not just a logistical marvel, it is a mirror. It reflects our priorities, values, and vision for the future. If we want a world that is fast, safe, and profitable but also just, sustainable, and humane, we must step fully into our human role, not as operators of machines alone, but as ethical architects of the systems we unleash. Beyond the horizon, envisioning the human-machine symphony in transport. As we enter Part 12, our journey shifts from analysis to vision. We have examined the technological possibilities, human responsibilities, ethical dilemmas, and societal implications of intelligent transport. But now, it's time to look forward to imagine what the transportation ecosystem could become when human intelligence and machine precision are not merely coexisting, but harmoniously intertwined. This is the realm where logistics meets philosophy, where efficiency intersects with purpose, and where technology becomes a partner in the human story rather than just a tool. In this chapter, we explore not only the mechanics of advanced transportation systems but also the poetics, philosophy, and psychology of living in a world where every vehicle, road, and shipment carries both intelligence and intention. The human-machine symbiosis. The story of intelligent transport is, at its heart, a story of symbiosis. Machines handle computation at speeds and scales humans cannot. Humans provide judgment, ethical insight, and creativity that machines cannot replicate. Alone, each is limited. Together, the potential is transformative. Consider a fleet of autonomous trucks operating across a continent. They are fast, energy efficient, and precise. Yet they cannot decide which communities should receive priority in disaster relief, how to balance profit with equitable service distribution, how to adapt strategies when data is incomplete or biased. Humans, working alongside these intelligent agents, fill the gaps, guiding decisions with wisdom and context that algorithms cannot fully model. The result is a dynamic, responsive system, one in which technology amplifies human capacity rather than replaces it. The orchestra of logistics. Imagine a symphony orchestra. Each instrument has its role: strings, winds, percussion, and brass. Alone, each can play beautifully; together, they create something transcendent. Intelligent transport is similar. Trucks, drones, and autonomous delivery vehicles are instruments. Traffic networks, warehouses, and sensors are sections. Human operators, policymakers, and logistics strategists are the conductor, guiding tempo, harmony, and balance. The challenge is coordination at scale. Intelligent vehicles can communicate instantaneously, adjusting speed, routing, and cargo load. Humans, however, must guide the overarching strategy, responding to anomalies and making judgment calls that algorithms cannot foresee. The best outcomes emerge when both machine efficiency and human insight are orchestrated toward shared goals. The cognitive expansion of humans. Working alongside intelligent systems doesn't diminish human roles, it transforms them. Humans gain cognitive extension, leveraging AI and automation to visualize complex, multi-layered logistics scenarios, simulate outcomes for ethical, economic, and environmental trade-offs, make real-time strategic interventions in global networks. This expansion is both exciting and demanding. It requires new skill sets: data literacy, ethical reasoning, systems thinking, but it also opens the door to higher-order human capacities, from creativity to moral judgment. Humans begin to act less as operators and more as strategic architects of a living, breathing logistical organism. Redefining time and space. Intelligent transportation reshapes our perception of time and space. Distances that once required hours or days shrink under optimized routing and autonomous vehicles. Supply chains respond in near real time. Cities become more fluid, with fewer bottlenecks and smoother flows. Yet this compression of time and space also carries psychological and societal effects. Instantaneous delivery may foster impatience or overconsumption. Continuous real-time monitoring may create stress for operators. Urban landscapes may shift dramatically, altering social and cultural rhythms. Humans must navigate not just physical efficiency but temporal and social equilibrium. Efficiency gains are not merely logistical, they are deeply experiential. The poetics of automation. Beyond utility, intelligent transport can evoke wonder. Consider drone fleets moving in choreographed formations, delivering supplies across mountains. Autonomous ships optimizing trade routes to minimize environmental impact. Smart highways adjusting in real time to sunlight, weather, and traffic. These are not just technical feats, they are moments of poetry. Technology, when designed thoughtfully, can inspire awe, reminding us that intelligence, human or machine, is part of a larger narrative of possibility. Ethical horizons, new dimensions. As the system grows more intelligent, ethical considerations multiply. Earlier chapters emphasized fairness, safety, and environmental impact. Part 12 expands this discussion to long-term foresight. 1. Intergenerational responsibility. Decisions made today about infrastructure, environmental impact, and labor displacement affect not just current populations but future generations. Autonomous systems may optimize for immediate efficiency, but humans must ensure sustainable legacies. 2. Algorithmic accountability. As AI increasingly directs transport flows, how do we ensure transparency and responsibility? Humans must remain ultimate arbiters, capable of auditing and adjusting algorithms in line with ethical principles. 3. Cultural sensitivity. Global supply chains intersect with diverse communities. Machine-optimized routes must consider cultural contexts, avoiding inadvertent disruption or inequity. Ethics in intelligent transport is not a checkbox, it is a continuum, evolving alongside technology and society. Environmental intelligence. Machines can calculate efficiency, but humans provide environmental conscience. Intelligent transport offers tools to address climate challenges. Smart energy routing for electric fleets reduces grid stress and emissions. Predictive maintenance prevents energy wastage and resource depletion. Dynamic load balancing minimizes the number of vehicles on the road. Yet, human oversight ensures that planetary limits guide optimization. Efficiency becomes a means to ecological stewardship, not an end in itself. Resilience in a complex world. One of the most profound contributions humans bring is resilience. Machines excel at patterns and prediction, but complexity and uncertainty remain inevitable. Extreme weather events disrupt predictive models. Cyber threats or geopolitical tensions may compromise networks. Rare anomalies defy algorithmic expectations. Humans inject adaptability, intuition, and strategic improvisation into the system. Resilience emerges not from the perfection of machines, but from the co-evolution of human and machine intelligence. The psychological dimension. Part 12 also considers the psychological impact of working within intelligent transport networks. Operators experience a shift from repetitive tasks to high-level decision-making. Cognitive load becomes more abstract, requiring attention to strategy rather than mechanics. The nature of risk perception changes. Humans oversee errors that could cascade globally. Supporting human psychology is as important as optimizing algorithms. Well-being, creativity, and ethical engagement are central to sustaining long-term performance. Rethinking work and purpose. As repetitive driving and logistics tasks are automated, human work evolves. From execution to strategy, humans focus on planning, judgment, and systemic thinking. From labor to design, humans shape ethical and social dimensions of transport. From isolated to collaborative, humans coordinate across networks, interacting with machines, data, and each other. Work becomes purpose-driven, emphasizing impact, foresight, and stewardship over mere physical labor. The narrative of progress. Intelligent transport tells a story of innovation, adaptation, and reflection. But it is a story we write together. Humans and machines co-author the narrative. Machines provide speed, precision, and insight. Humans provide wisdom, values, and context. This narrative is not linear. It contains tension, negotiation, and discovery. Part 12 invites us to embrace this co-authorship, seeing intelligent transport not as a tool, but as a partner in shaping society. Societal transformation. The integration of intelligent systems transforms more than logistics, it reshapes social structures. Urban planning evolves as traffic flows become predictable and responsive. Public transport networks integrate seamlessly with autonomous freight and personal mobility. Communities experience reduced congestion, lower pollution, and improved quality of life. Society becomes a dynamic organism, with humans and intelligent systems co-creating rhythm, space, and opportunity. Learning to live with uncertainty. Ironically, the more intelligent the system, the more humans must engage with uncertainty. Machines optimize based on data, but data is never perfect. Algorithms cannot capture values, priorities, or long-term consequences fully. Humans must intervene, question, and recalibrate continuously. Living with uncertainty becomes a skill, a discipline, and a philosophical practice. The ethical imagination. Part 12 emphasizes the power of ethical imagination, the ability to foresee consequences, empathize with stakeholders, and weigh trade-offs. In intelligent transport, ethical imagination allows us to anticipate environmental impacts decades in advance, design fair and equitable distribution networks, balance profit, efficiency, and human flourishing. Ethical imagination is not abstract, it is operational, guiding decisions across networks, fleets, and cities. Education for the new era. To thrive, humans need education that integrates technical, ethical, and systemic thinking. Training in AI literacy and data analysis. Courses in ethical reasoning and decision-making. Simulations of complex logistical networks, integrating human and machine perspectives. Education becomes preparation for co-evolution, equipping humans to work alongside intelligent systems responsibly and creatively. A vision for the future. Imagine a world where cities flow smoothly, balancing traffic, energy use, and public well-being. Supply chains deliver goods rapidly and equitably, minimizing environmental harm. Humans focus on oversight, ethics, and strategy, while machines handle repetitive computation. Communities benefit from both efficiency and quality of life. This is not a utopia. It is a plausible near future, attainable if humans and machines evolve together, guided by ethical principles and systemic thinking. The symphony of human-machine intelligence. Ultimately, intelligent transport is a symphony, and humans are both musicians and composers. The network itself is alive with data, communication, and feedback, yet the human touch ensures harmony. Machines handle speed and scale. Humans handle judgment, ethics, and meaning. Together, they create a living, breathing ecosystem efficient, resilient, sustainable, and human-centered. Concluding thoughts. Part 12 is an invitation to see beyond mechanics, logistics, and profit margins. It is a call to engage thoughtfully with intelligent systems. Embed ethics, equity, and sustainability into design and operation. Expand human capabilities, not replace them. See technology as a partner in shaping society. Intelligent transport is more than roads, vehicles, or algorithms. It is a mirror of human values, a canvas for collective imagination, and a crucible for ethical, strategic, and philosophical growth.